Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for 160 years. Million years. It seemed that they would dominate forever. Biosphere. But one day their world came crashing down. A huge rock the size of Everest is falling. From space. This is the story of how the ancient reptiles came to an end. Last day of dinosaurs 660 million years ago. End of the Earth Cretaceous period of the Mesozoic era. Parts of the supercontinent Pangaea. Almost completely separated. The planet looked very similar to itself. Modern state but not quite the same. Is at the end of South and North America. Late Cretaceous period. Africa is near Australia and Greenland. Same size as today. Outline of Europe at the same time. And Asia were just starting to form. Mountain ranges of Siberia, Mongolia, Andes and the Cordillera continent were actively exposed. Cretaceous period lasted 79 million years and became the longest period of the Mesozoic era. The climate of the planet changed many. During this time it was relatively. By the end of this period the ice caps have cooled. Formed at the poles. Winters have intensified in some places. As below -10 degrees Celsius and -45 degrees Celsius. Alaska. But still the world was hotter than that. Is now. Lush vegetation covered the continent. Surface. It was during this period that the flowers. Saplings emerged from coniferous ginkgo and other trees. Dense forests were formed in past ages. Includes modern-looking walnut ash. And survive. Sod produced by these trees made. The top layer of soil is more fertile for new. Emerging herbs. With the advent of flowering plants. Even insects had to evolve. Butterflies and bees fly to spread pollen. Pollinated seed fruits. Flowers provide food for many animals. Species including birds. This was what spurred the development. Some herbivorous dinosaurs. As well as many mammalian species. Number of carnivores ungulates. Insectivores and primates flourished under these favorable conditions. Guess they ain't made yet. As large as they are now, most mammals are back. Then there were small rodents and predators. For example, a fossil head of a 20 centimeter long was Chronopio denticutus. This small mammal found in Argentina is. Saber-toothed squirrel is called because its elongated snout with long fangs. This species probably ate some insects. But the big animals have already appeared. The remains of a mammoth in Madagascar. Ventana curtis marmot found it. Was a rather unusual herbivorous mammal. Appearance: it had massive peaks. Either side of its skull. Self-protection and an excellent sense of smell. The animal weighed 9 kilograms and was 3 times larger than modern marmots. Although the Ropina mammoths were real giant among mammals. Cretaceous period. Its body was 1 meter and it weighed 12 up to 14 kilograms. Outwardly Ropino resembled mammoths. Modern. Tasmanian devil or squat dog. This predator also took small or new prey. Hatched dinosaur. And yet the peak of the dinosaurs was prehistoric development. They were at the top of the Mesozoic food chain. Large number of dinosaurs. Species of various sizes populated all continent. The youngest were the Ogdenvis congress. This small reptile had a head. Beak no more than 14 millimeters. The paleontologists involved have not yet found the bones of the torso. But looking at the size of this dinosaur's head, was no bigger than a modern hummingbird. By some estimates the largest animal that ever lived on Earth. This dinosaur was 29 meters long, its weight was 38 tons and its tail was 12 meters long. 5 hours until impact the day terrestrial life was changed. Completely. All the animals, young and old, were going pasture and hunt about their day, doing something as usual. A herd of 50 Alamosaurus went to the Yucatan Peninsula in search of some new greenery. These giants were vegetarians. They had to consume up to a ton vegetables per day to stay in shape. It could take them a few days to eat the leaves from a whole forest that made them lead a nomadic lifestyle. A middle-aged predator Tarbosaurus. Living in the present. Mongolia and China were also looking for. Conlet is considered a 14-meter long species. The largest dinosaur of the Cretaceous period among hunters. Our Tarbosaurus goes hunting. In the floodplain. Medium-sized animals and small dinosaurs. Often used to drink there. The hunt was going to be successful. This reptile walked like any Tarbosaurus. It had 2 toes on its 2 hind legs. Is disproportionately small compared to rest of the body, and yet they were very helpful in hunting or fishing. Long claws, though the main weapon was about Tarbosaurus. His day in North America. The weight of this dinosaur was 4.5 meters long. Around 450 kilograms, and looked pretty cool. Formidable. Its skull was preserved by 25 centimeter thick bone dome. It certainly softens the blow when great reptiles fought their enemies. Behind the dome were bony projections. Land the little spikes pointed up. Its muzzle. Pachycephalosaurus was mainly herbivorous. It crushes the seeds of the leaves and relatively small tart fruits teeth. Although it looks like a dinosaur. Include meat in your diet. It ate small amphibians without shell. Animals, mammals, maybe even new. Hatched dinosaur. Found our Pachycephalosaurus on this day. Close to the sea where it found a lot. Trees with nutritious seeds. It can eat too big. Ammonite mollusk, lizard, and others. Critters in the little lagoon. Meanwhile, a female Ankylosaurus went in the woods to pick up some lunch. Western North America. She was guiding 4 newly hatched cubs. This reptile looked like a nightmare. Imagination. It reached the size of a rhinoceros or even an adult African elephant. The body of this quadrupedal monster was covered in powerful bone armor, and it had a huge club-like knob on its tail. But despite its sinister appearance, Ankylosaurus was a harmless herbivore. Mother with cubs did not want kill anyone with his club. The story served to protect against predators and cannibalistic reptiles, and so being protected by their mother. Formidable tale passed down in the family. Dense forest near newly formed rock. The mountains. 2 hours to effect. Meanwhile, the young reptiles had a real massacre hunted in North America. Kilometers away from the scene. Impending disaster. Some absent-minded Carnotaurus wandered off in the area of Tyrannosaurus Rex and did not notice the owner in time. At speeds up to 50 km/h. Ours Carnotaurus could easily run away. Then his opponent, who can only run at 40 km/h. But the T-Rex also came into view. Unexpectedly. The smell of the intruder put him off for a while. The first T-Rex had an excellent sense of smell compared to other dinosaurs, and also in terms of vision accuracy. An eagle might be jealous of this hunter. Also had the vision of the reptile. Binoculars, its eyes can see inside different directions, and then input was combined to make one from each eye. Single view image. This enabled the dinosaurs to accurately set your hunting distance. And so the T-Rex furiously attacked. Enemy to defend their pterosaur never left. Chance to enjoy your own meat. Kind. Now it was up to the Carnotaurus to fight back. If we saw this fight and had to take a bet, everyone will bet their money on it. T-Rex. The Carnotaurus had no chance. The weight difference was huge. Tyrannosaurus weighed up to 6.8 tons and outnumbered Carnotaurus by about 5 tons. Its muscle mass, and therefore strength, was times more. Even with its horn-like projection. Carnotaurus didn't have eyes above. Chance to fight T-Rex. Super powerful jaws. Tyrannosaurus quickly tired the opponent unto pieces and immediately began their feast. It was a stroke of luck for reptiles by some estimates. T-Rex required up to 100 kilograms of meat daily. This is equal to the daily intake 3 or 4. The lions were busy at lunch. The reptile didn't care to look up, so it missed the bright light in the sky. He was getting bigger than the other 10 minutes till the impact. A giant asteroid was coming.